Office numbers for this past weekend is a very, very good one in many ways. Now, Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan, is doing extremely well. It only dropped 6% from its opening weekend of last week. It made another $45 million in the United States. It's at a total of $120.5 million in the United States alone. In fact, Lucasfilm released Star Wars Episode 3, the original third part of the Star Wars franchise. And that film brought in $25.2 million in its re release. And that's quite big considering that film came out in the 80s, if I'm not mistaken. The Accountant, Part 2, starring my man Ben Affleck. I'm a huge fan of Ben Affleck. And that film opened to $24.5 million. Minecraft, on the other hand, did $22.7 million this past weekend, and it's now at a total of $380 million in the United States. In fact, the Jack Black and Jason Momoa feature has passed $818 million worldwide. That's a huge, huge number for the Jack Black and Jason Momoa feature film. There's a new game adaptation horror film in cinemas called Until Dawn. Now that film did $8 million this weekend, and that's its first weekend. King of Kings is still doing extremely well. It's made $4 million for a total of $54.5 million in the United States alone. That's huge because from what I found out, this Kings of Kings only cost the studio about 15 to $20 million. So it wasn't a huge amount that it cost them, but it's a huge return that they've gotten at the US box office. The Amateur, on the other hand, has earned a $3.8 million dollar weekend at the box office for a total of $33.9 million. Warfare, on the other hand, did $2.7 million for a total of $21.8 million. Legend of Oshi did $1.4 million for a total of $1.5 million. Drop, the final film in the top 10, made 950K for a total of 15.8 million. And as we speak right now, Rachel Ziegler's Snow White has fallen out of the top 10. Normally, I would have created a separate video for that, but there's no need for that. That film has struggled for well over a month now to cross $200 million worldwide, and it has still not yet hit $200 million worldwide. Now, if we look at the international box office for Sinners, this film has hit $162 million worldwide. It actually brought in $13 million overseas this past weekend. So you are looking at a total of $40 million overseas. When you add it to the $122 million in the United States, it's at $262 million currently. So it's making a lot of money in the United States, but the overseas numbers are not perfect. That's all I would say. Now, there is the estimate going around that the film will close in at $400 million when it's all said and done. I can't say for a fact if that can be possible because currently, after two weekends, that 162 million. My hunch is that it will cross $200 million in the United States. So many analysts like Luis Fernando is saying that it could get to 250 to 280 million because of the legs it has. I can see it getting to 250, but I don't know about 280. So 250 plus, let's say, $100 million from overseas. So the film will do 350 for me. I know so many analysts are saying 375 is locked. I can't say it's locked at that, but it's possible that it can still make closer to 400 million when it's all said and done. So Sinners is a huge, huge, huge success for the studio. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this box office rundown. I just wanted to make it as quick as possible for you guys, though not to waste too much of your time. Another film that has at least come close to beating Titanic is Naja 2. It's been a while I talked about that film. That film has now grossed $2.17 billion. It's closing in at 2.2 billion. No, that's the final movie that is still earning money at the theaters. Share your thoughts down below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Follow us here. I'll see you guys very much next time.